Good morning, church family. Sue Buckwalter here. It's time for our children's lesson. So gather up your parents, children, and dial in and see what the Lord has to teach you through this lesson today. And also parents, pay attention to this lesson because this one's for you too. All right, so boys and girls, I want to talk to you today about what we fill up. What are some things that you fill up? My mind immediately goes to a gas tank because sometimes my gas tank starts getting really, really, really low. And so I have to fill it up with gasoline or I'm going to be in trouble, right? How about a water bottle? Do you fill up a water bottle when you need something to drink? Yeah, you fill it up with some nice cold water so you have a nice refreshing drink when you need it. How about your body? Do you fill it up with food when you're hungry? Sometimes we want to eat junk food and those kind of bad foods, and then our body doesn't feel so good at all, right? So we have to fill it up with good food. That's why your moms make you eat broccoli and kale and those kind of things, because they want you to fill up on good things, right? How about that Christmas stocking? Boy, that's a favorite, right? You fill that Christmas stocking up, you get a stocking filled with toys and all kinds of goodies, and you get to open that on Christmas morning or maybe Christmas Eve, depending on your family tradition. But that's super fun, right? How about a suitcase? If you're going on a trip, you might pack all kinds of things in your suitcase, like a swimsuit, a towel, other things that are fun, right? So a suitcase is also something we fill up. But today, I want to talk to you about what you fill your mind up with, or your brain. What are the things that you fill your brain up with? Our minds can get filled up very, very easily. Maybe we watch TV shows or movies. Maybe we listen to a lot of music. Maybe it might be board games that we play, or maybe it's video games that we play. All that stuff starts filling up your mind. And how about TikTok videos that you watch? And I heard you don't call them TikTok videos, it's just TikTok. Just for any of you who might not know that. Also, how about YouTube? Do you ever watch YouTube? And those kind of things all fill up your mind. Watching sports, having conversations with people. And not that any of those are all bad things or anything, but your brain just kind of sucks those things in and it forms memories in those. And your brain stores all of these things. And so when you have experiences with things, your brain retrieves these different things that you've put in it, and it's called schema. So sometimes when you get another thing added to your schema, you're like, oh yeah, I remember that because I had an experience with that before. So your brain has all these different connections in it, and it is a powerful, powerful tool. Well, you might have seen I have this bowl of water. Miss Sue and her water tricks, right? Well, here's another one. So this bowl is filled with a bunch of water. And I want you to think about this bowl filled with water. It's not Jell-O, it's actually water. And this bowl represents all of the things that we fill our mind with. That could be the video games, the TikToks, the music we listen to, anything that you put in your brain. That's what this bowl represents. This glass represents your mind, your brain. So watch what happens when I put it in this bowl. You probably already guessed when it goes in the bowl. Look what happens. It just sinks, right? And you're probably thinking, wow, Miss Sue, that's so cool. Well, that's not the real trick here. So watch what happens when I turn this upside down, when I fill this brain up with the things that are in this bowl, right? So I'm going to turn it upside down, and watch, I'm going to pull it up a little bit here. Can you see it? There's all this. My whole brain, or your brain, is filled up with all these things. And guess what? This water is trapped in here. Just like everything we put in our minds, it gets trapped and then it's stuck in there. So if you're watching a bunch of bad movies or scary videos, or maybe you're watching violent video games or even playing video games that are violent, you're filling up your mind with something and it's getting trapped in here. And this is trapped and it will not come out unless I do something, which I'll show you in just a second. But this is our brain and we fill it up with a lot of things, don't we? And so if it's all negative and bad things, that's what's going to come out. But God tells us that we can change that. We don't have to put all bad stuff in our brain. We can put good stuff. Now watch what happens. I'm going to bring this all the way up like this as far as I can. And then what happens? You break the surface tension. So surface tension is what holds that water in. But I hope you get the illustration here, that we fill our minds up with all kinds of things. And so we have to be careful, boys and girls, what we're putting in that precious mind of ours that God gave us. The Bible has something to say about this too in Philippians 4:8. It says, "Finally, brothers, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think of such things as these." So God gives us advice about that. He gives us the directions on what we can do to fill our minds up with good things, positive things. So boys and girls, your challenge this week is to fill yourself up with good things. That might mean coming to church, filling yourself up with worship music, filling your brain up with Bible stories, Bible verses. Any of those things are wonderful things to put in your brain. So your challenge this week, boys and girls, is to put good things into your mind so that you trap good things that honor God in your mind. And this lesson, boys and girls, isn't just for the children. This is for our moms and dads and grandmas and grandpas. Because guess what, adults? We're the example the children follow. So if we're not filling ourselves up with good things, if we're watching bad videos or playing bad video games or those things, we're being an example to our kids. And our kids will say, well, if mom and dad do it, it must be okay. So parents, this is for us too, right? Let's fill ourselves up with good things that God wants us to put in there. All right, all for now, kiddos and moms and dads. Bye.